Okay, we are going to get started with the Art Pride 2024 annual membership meeting. Thank you to our attendees for being here. My name is Adam Pearl. I'm president and CEO of Art Pride New Jersey. I am a male, cisgender male in my mid 40s with short brown hair and brown eyes. Today I'm wearing dark navy blue shirt, and I'm standing in front of kind of a beigeish wall of my home office in Bridgewater, the ancestral land of the Lenape Indians. And so I want to, indigenous people, I'm sorry. And if we could go to the next slide. Thank you. I just wanted to give an agenda for folks that are here. I did want to say right off the bat, there is closed captioning available. So please use that feature. It is built into the Zoom system. And so I appreciate you utilizing that feature if you want to be able to take care of that. I want to say also there is chat and Q&A for those that have not been to our webinars before. We will try to use both of those. We'll put some links and stuff in the chat. If you have questions along the way, we encourage you to submit them via that Q&A feature. And I will say as well, because we're going to give you a lot of information today, that the recording of this webinar, this annual membership meeting, will be available on YouTube. And so we will share that out as well. So we're going to jump right into it because we have a lot of information to share today. Jim, if we could go to that next slide. Jim Atkinson, our Director of Programs and Services, is behind the scenes as per usual today, helping us run. And thank you. So Heather, yeah, we could share an attendee list of folks that came to the membership meeting. That'd be great. And just for what it's worth, just want to encourage you to put questions in the questions and answers, just because chat can move kind of fast and we don't want to miss anything there. So we're going to start with FY24 highlights. It has been an extremely busy year for Art Pride New Jersey. So we're just going to give you, again, some of those highlights. Can't talk about everything we've done, but we want to share with you some of our successes and some of our work over the past year. I'm going to do that part for the whole team. Back in November, we attended the League of Municipalities Conference, 3 days of networking, where we hosted a breakout session and met with lots of government elected and appointed officials. We also, in the fall, released the Arts and Economic Prosperity 6 study in partnership with Americans for the Arts and 13 local partners throughout New Jersey. This was the 6th economic impact study of the nonprofit arts and cultural industry. Really interesting, the data that came out of there, and I encourage folks to go to our Pride New Jersey's website to see more information about the AEP 6 study. Next slide. Also really exciting this year, and you're going to hear more about this from our marketing communications team later in this webinar. Discover Jersey Arts got a new brand update. We shared that earlier this year in one of our webinars, and we're getting ready to roll that out next month. So we're very excited about that. Again, we're going to share some more details on what to expect around the new Discover Jersey Arts website, the new brand, and some really exciting things that are coming along for FY25. So stay tuned for that. A little spoiler, a little teaser. I'm not spoiler, a little teaser for you. Next slide. Back in February, we held Icon of Advocacy, celebrating Anne Marie Miller, tribute and celebration of Art Pride's visionary leader at the Count Basie Center for the Arts. And so I just want to thank the Count Basie Center and NJPAC and the Grunning Foundation and a number of other sponsors and supporters that helped make that event a success. This is a fantastic picture of Anne Marie. This is one of the gifts that she received at the event. I don't know if you can see on the screen there, but this is a guitar that is signed to Anne Marie for a real Jersey girl from Bruce Springsteen. So we were excited to be able to gift that to Anne Marie as one of the small tokens of our appreciation. Next slide. We did return to Washington, D.C. in March, on March 21st, with about 25 arts advocates and staff, myself and some of the other Art Pride team, Vince and Vanessa. Here you can see a picture of most of our crew in front of the sculpture that is in one of the Senate office buildings. But we met with federal officials from nearly every office, and hugely successful event. Saw a lot of members of Congress themselves. and we're looking forward to returning again next spring. On the advocacy vein, have certainly been very active when it comes to legislation and policy work and our watchdog responsibilities. We've seen continued stable funding for those entities you see there, the New Jersey State Council on the Arts and their sibling organizations, Cultural Trust, the Historical Commission, the Division of Travel and Tourism. We saw that in FY24. We see that in the budget for FY25. This is good news for our community. And then the organization, ArtPride New Jersey, absolutely continues to work on all types of pro-arts legislation, whether it's additional funding for the arts, ticketing, tax credits, arts education. And again, we're going to hear some more about what to look forward to in FY25 coming up from our advocacy team later in the webinar. Lots going on in the last year. ArtsPay NJ, the first ever benchmark study conducted in partnership with our fellow art service organizations from across the state. So really interesting. Encourage you to go check out ArtsPay NJ and to keep your eyes peeled. This is actually the start of a pay equity initiative. So there's going to be more from the area of ArtsPay NJ, from that cadre of art service organizations in the next year. Speaking of partnership, creating change in the New Jersey Arts and Cultural Administrators of Color. So we do these programs in partnership with our friends, our partners at the New Jersey Theater Alliance. And both of these programs have had a number of roundtables and workshops and events over the last year. Creating change, of course, we had a symposium last spring and looking forward to having another symposium coming up this fall. Speaking of professional development events, the Thrive Arts Conference is kind of in between FY24 highlights and looking forward to next year because it's next week. It is next Thursday, June 13th. Hopefully most of the folks on the call have already purchased their tickets because it is sold out. If you're still interested, please join the wait list. There is a potential that we'll be able to open up some unused tickets by our sponsors in the next week. So that wait list is a real thing. But looking forward to a great conference next week, sorry. Looking forward, later today, the Board of Trustees will be meeting for their June annual meeting. They have a meeting, obviously more than in June, but each June they have their meeting. This year, this meeting coming up will be looking at our FY25 to 29 strategic plan that's set up to be approved by the Board of Trustees. And I'm going to share a little bit some of the top lines from that strategic plan when we get to the 25 outlook. We've also had staff transition. I know in these webinars over the past 6 months or so, we've really tried to bring a lot of those new faces from the staff to the webinars, to events, so that you can meet our new folks. And you're going to have a chance to see everybody on the team as we get into those FY25 outlooks. And lastly, I'll mention just fiscal stability. So ArtPride New Jersey as an organization continues to remain fiscally stable. We are projecting that FY24 will be our 6th consecutive fiscal year with a positive change in net assets. So the organization has a strong fiscal foundation, and as members, you can be assured that we are in a good spot for that. So those are the can we go back one slide? Those are the FY24 highlights. I don't see any questions at the moment, so I'm going to bring on one of my close friends and partners, the chair of the Board of Trustees, Paul McRae. So we're going to have Paul turn on his video and camera. Hey, Paul. So I just wanted to, before I let Paul introduce himself, I just wanted to publicly thank Paul for his leadership and his friendship and his support. Paul has been a terrific leader for the organization in his first year as chair. Looking forward to your second year as chair. And I'll turn it over to you, Paul.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Paul McRae. I am a mature African-American male. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I have on a pale yellow shirt and a blue multicolored tie. I'm here to thank some of the trustees who will be leaving us at the end of this year. So the first person is our former chair, Allison Lorena. We'd like to thank Allison for her many years of service to ArtPride. Allison is a positive leader who generally cares about New Jersey arts and culture community and believes in the power and impact of ArtPride New Jersey. Allison has held many leadership positions during her tenure, from chairing multiple committees, including resource development and strategic planning, to serving as secretary and vice chair before becoming our chair in 2022. Your contributions have been invaluable. Under your guidance, ArtPride not only maintained its stability during the post-COVID uncertainty, but it also witnessed its largest membership growth in over a decade. Allison, your leadership has left an indelible mark on ArtPride. Again, thank you for all you have contributed to this organization's growth and impact. We will miss you. And our other trustee that we'd like to thank today is Noreen Scott Garrity. Noreen is a creative and caring leader who has provided a unique perspective during her board service. Noreen is a distinguished South Jersey arts leader and accomplished artist who has been on the board of trustees since 2018. Her leadership has been instrumental in reshaping the culture of ArtPride's board of trustees, particularly through her role as chair of the organizational task force and the strategic planning committee. Noreen was part of the volunteer leadership that helped transform the South Jersey Cultural Alliance into the organization it is today. She was also the former Associate Director of Education at Rutgers Camden Center for the Arts, where she directed the arts education and community arts programs from 1990 to 2023. It has been a pleasure to serve alongside her as vice chair to Allison Lorena, and we wish you the best of luck in your new endeavors. Thank you. And as we thank our trustees that are leaving, I will now pass it on to my vice chair, Isha Aisha, I pass it on to you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Paul.
Sorry.
My name is Isha Vyas, and I'm the vice chair of the ArtPride board. It is my pleasure to be here with so many of you today. So excited to see everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am a middle-aged, though young at heart, South Asian female with black hair, wearing glasses today, and wearing a yellow and green blouse. As a vice chair of the governance committee, it is my pleasure to introduce you to several individuals who are passionate about the arts and have shown an interest in joining the board. Can we have the slide, please? Oh, great, thank you. Rick Dammers is the Dean of the College of Performing Arts at Rowan University. Rick joined the music education faculty at Rowan in 2006, served as chair of the music department, and since becoming dean, he has helped create the Rowan Arts Engine, initiated the creation of the Pride of the Professional Marching Band, and guided the construction of the Wilson Hall Dance Studios. Asaya Kurtz is an applied anthropologist with extensive leadership and fundraising experience from several nonprofit organizations, including St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, among others. As executive director of Camden Fireworks, a community-based arts nonprofit in an EPA-designated overburdened neighborhood, she leads the organization using an equity-driven, asset-based approach. Janice Marshall is a results-driven professional successful in planning and implementing projects to execute corporate initiatives, build new businesses, and drive mission-critical operations. Trained as an engineer, she's a natural problem solver with expertise in leadership, planning, and cross-functional team management. May I have the next slide, please? Bridget Pfeiffer has served as Executive Director of Parkside Business and Community in Partnership since 1999. Since joining PBICP, she has grown the organization's budget tenfold. Staff has increased to half a dozen staff as the housing effort has expanded and home ownership, education, marketing, and neighborhood planning programs have been created. Strategic partnerships with foundations, other community development organizations, corporations, and government agencies have been critical to Bridget's success. And last but not the least, Adam Phillipson is the CEO of Count Basie Center for the Arts, where he has led a complete turnaround of the theater operationally and fiscally. He's responsible for more than tripling the operational budget and successfully rebranding the Basie to feature its education, outreach, and community activities. Phillipson secured $27 million for his capital campaign to expand and create a barrier-free art campus with an education building and second multi-usage venue, the Vogel. So it is now my pleasure to ask all of you, and especially those who have not voted, to please click on this link that Adam is not only showing on the screen, but also is on the chat. And please vote to nominate these 5 individuals to join the board of the ArtPride Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, Isha. Appreciate that. And Isha, before you go, just to emphasize, I did put it in the chat. I don't know if you can see while you're presenting, Isha. So the link is there in the chat. We're gonna give folks a minute or two here if they want to click over now, but we'll have voting open until 11 a.m. this morning. So if folks want to go afterwards and take a look and fill it out, they can do so. This link is here. This link was in an email that we sent out to all members that included probably the link that folks use to register for this. But I also wanted to share that we are renewing a few of our trustees as well. Those renewals actually happen at the board meeting coming up. So I'm actually bringing up my list here so that I can share that. So we will bring in, our class from last year, Alexander Diaz from Bergen Pack, Carlos Fernandez from Rutgers, Lynn Toy from the New Jersey Arts and Cultural Renewal Fund will all be nominated for their first of a 3-year term. And then Marjorie Nathanson from Hunterdon Art Museum is going to be nominated for her second 3-year term. So just wanted to share that with folks.
Yes, very excited to have these trustees come back to the board.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you being here and sharing with all of the celebration and the excitement for what we have going forward.
Thank you.
So while folks are doing that, we're gonna continue moving here. We know how precious everybody's time is, and we want to try to get you out of here in our ArtPride typical 40 to 45 minutes if we can. So we're gonna switch over now to what you can expect coming from ArtPride New Jersey. Looking forward into the next year. I'm gonna actually start here by sharing a little bit about our strategic plan, which is scheduled for approval by the board of directors later today. I'm going to give you a brief overview. This is actually a very detailed document. It's a 21-page document with goals and outcomes, strategies, priority alignment questions, an annual implementation calendar, and a strategy screen. And we will share the full plan with the membership and the public later this month, once it's approved by the board. And frankly, once we get on the other side of next week's Thrive conference, we'll get that out to folks. And it'll live on our website so people can see it whenever they want. The strategic plan is really driven by feedback that's gathered over the last year. As you can see, we had number of focus groups, interviews, organizational retreat, in addition to an incredible amount of time spent by board and staff on the strategic plan. And Jim, you can keep going with these on this one. Thanks. So this is an adaptive strategic plan. You'll see that it is 5 years. It does not have a lot of detailed metrics connected to it. This is really more about driving our organization in certain directions. It does, and Jim, you can keep clicking through these here. So it includes 4 overarching goals, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. Action steps and objectives that will be determined. Those will be determined through an ongoing process. So we'll take that strategic plan, make that into an annual action plan each year. And then rest assured that our vision, our mission, the organization's commitment to equity, diversity, inclusion, social justice, and access remain as foundational elements in our strategic plan. So just to give you a brief sort of highlights of the plan, I pulled out our 4 main goals from the plan, and I'm going to run through those real quickly. So goal number 1 is strengthen our statewide advocacy movement to increase support for the arts. So we'll do that by advancing a broader, actually, Jim, can we just stay on goal 1 for a sec? If we're going to do that by advancing a broader advocacy agenda, increasing grassroots advocacy, successfully advocating for pro-arts policies, legislation, and funding streams, as we have done in the past, continuing to build strong cross-sector collaborations, and continuing to cultivate and maintain strong bipartisan support. Goal 2, as you see here, is about convening the arts sector, to develop solutions to our shared challenges. So this is really about increasing collaboration between ArtPride New Jersey and local and regional organizations, especially those from underrepresented communities or art forms. We are looking to support the development of the next generation constituency of art leaders. We're looking to encourage arts organizations to adapt principles of equity, and we're looking to advance models or ideas that directly support arts organizations and arts workers. Goal 3 is connecting cultural consumers with arts organizations and experiences. So within this goal, you'll see that we're looking to increase the size of the jerseyarts.com database of current and potential cultural consumers. We're looking to build the audience for Discover Jersey Arts content to include a wider range of those cultural consumers. And we're looking to strengthen the capacity of the arts organizations we work with so that they can continue to effectively engage with their communities. And the 4th goal is about enhancing ArtPride's New Jersey's capacity and infrastructure. So really, this is making sure that ArtPride New Jersey has stable funding, has an effective staff structure, that we're expanding our membership to include people and organizations from all facets of the state's arts community, that we're strengthening the arts community's recognition of ArtPride New Jersey as a trusted source of information and resources, and that we're looking to increase the understanding of the urgent need to make equity, diversity, inclusion, social justice, and access central to how arts organizations do their work. So that's just a brief overview of what the strategic plan looks like. I look forward to sharing that larger document with you once the board has approved it. All right, so now we get to pass it along. We're going to get to see, I think, all of the ArtPride team here. It gives me great pleasure to bring up our advocacy team. Vince Hall, our Director of Advocacy Operations, and Vanessa Romalo, our Director of External Relations. So I'm going to pass it along to them.
Thanks so much, Adam. So we're going to talk a little bit about our vision for advocacy in the coming year. You can move ahead, Jim. And one really exciting update is that we have a brand new advocacy team consisting of myself and my colleague, Vince Hall. Again, as Adam said, I'm Vanessa Romalo. I'm the new Director of External Relations. I just joined the team in February. I am a mixed race woman in her late 30s. I have long black curly hair, sitting in front of a beautiful sunny window with some floral curtains. And I'm joining you from the lands of the Nanticoke Lenape in South Jersey. And Vince, if you want to jump in and just introduce yourself really quick.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Vince Hall, Director of Advocacy Operations. I'm a young Black man in his late 30s with dark hair and a beard. I'm wearing a burgundy speckled shirt, and I'm in my home office in Philadelphia, the ancestral land of the Lenni Lenape. I'm going to pass it back to Vanessa, who's going to do the next slide, and we'll go kind of back and forth.
So Adam gave a bit of an overview of the goals that we've outlined in our 5-year strategic plan, and the advocacy team is going to be working to execute on that plan in building a broader, more robust advocacy agenda and strategy that is guided by that plan, and also that reflects the needs of New Jersey's entire arts sector, particularly arts organizations and arts workers from historically underrepresented communities. We're also going to be looking to increase participation in grassroots advocacy efforts all across the state, and really looking to engage both arts professionals and arts audiences. And again, we really are going to be focusing on making sure that the needs, the voices, and the experiences of those who are who represent historically excluded communities are a really forward-facing part of that agenda. We're going to be continuing to build strong and reliable partnerships with government, government officials, legislators at every level, and really looking to build partnerships with those who are really eager to be powerful champions for the arts in the political space. And even for those who are not, strong vocal champions, we're really going to be looking to make sure that government at all levels really understands the critical role that art plays, not only in the quality of life of our communities, but also the economic vitality of our state. And then, we're also going to be looking for new ways to more intentionally and strategically engage with arts advocates across the state. So we really want to find ways to convene, bring together arts advocates, experienced arts advocates, really finding ways to more consistently engage them, and also looking for ways to cultivate and grow our next generation of arts advocates with new opportunities to engage with the advocacy team, with ArtPride, and getting folks together from all over the state to find, to discuss and dialogue around new, exciting ways that we can be doing this work and spreading our advocacy agenda across the state and building a really sustainable, thriving ecosystem for our arts community. And then I'm going to pass it to Vince, who's going to talk a little bit more about some of the work we'll be continuing and expanding.
Sure. So for FY25, continuing and expanding, like Adam said, we'll be at League. League is in November. ArtPride will have a booth again, and we'll be doing a panel discussion. So we'll be looking to build out that panel and have some lively discussion with some mayors. We are also looking to grow the Arts Advocacy Day. The advocacy team debriefed after the last one in March and are looking to improve the event and increase the numbers overall. And expanding community and institutional partnerships. Recently, we've been working with Arts Ed New Jersey, discussing their governor's awards and how to activate students to become advocates, and partnerships with artists and other activists. Next slide, please. And new things are coming. Oops, go back, please. New things are coming. A new and improved Mayor's Committee on Arts and Culture. We've been looking for ways to revamp the committee to make it more engaging and effective for New Jersey mayors and their municipalities. So we'll be looking to possibly do some professional development or some other type of panel discussions with them in the future. Convening of arts of advocates and aspiring advocates. Vanessa's going to talk about this in a second, but we're really trying to create and expand pathways to cultivate and engage advocates at various stages in their life journey and their careers. So look to Vanessa and reach out to her if you're interested in becoming more engaged in the advocacy process. And lastly, just new advocacy related content. I've been working with Gina Rodriguez, our content contributor, and Isaac to build out the Voices for the Field blog series. And Vanessa has been doing some work on her own as far as doing some blogs, so look out for them as well. So those are just some new things that will be coming in the content area as well for the advocacy team. Next.
Whoop, that was on mute. And then, yeah, so we're, I'm really excited to be new on this team. I'm really excited to bring, some fresh energy, some new ideas to our advocacy strategy, but we're really, committed to ensuring that strategy is really informed by our members, by our organizations, by the communities that those organizations represent and serve. And so we're also going to be looking for new ways to connect with you all so that our members can have pathways to have more discussions, more dialogues, bring their ideas to the table, bring the voices and needs of their communities to the table. so that we can really widen our reach and involve more people in being part of this movement work that can impact more systemic change in our communities. So we're going to be looking for constituents from arts leaders like yourselves of various roles in all different phases of their journeys to join me in meetings with legislators to share your stories, share your concerns and needs with our elected officials. And again, we'll be finding more intentional and consistent ways to let you know about what those pathways are, how you can connect with us. And, I'll be here to kind of guide that work and also learn from you all on what are some new ways we can do to strengthen our advocacy efforts into the future. And then with that, I believe I'm passing it off to Jim for more of our FY25 update.
Thanks, Vanessa. Good morning, everyone. I am Jim Atkinson, the Director of Programs and Services here at ArtPride, and I am a middle-aged white male with black hair. Today I'm wearing a button-up charcoal gray shirt and wearing black glasses. So first, I just want to welcome Vanessa to the team. It's been really great to working with her and looking forward to continuing to work with her for a long time. So for programs and services, I just want to spend a few minutes today talking to you about some of the programs that we are actively doing and some exciting changes that are coming, as Adam had kind of set up for this summer. And we're going to start talking about our Audience Insights Manager. So AIM, as we like to call it, is a community patron database. So organizations that subscribe to AIM throughout the year can update their data into one community database. And then we're able to garner additional information about those patrons by taking that large database and doing some research on it and bouncing it off of other tools that are available. And what we're able to return back to those organizations are enhanced demographics on audiences, which is incredibly important. You can learn a lot more about your audiences than you would otherwise be able to have access to. You can also do crossover reporting, so you know how your audiences are interacting with other groups across the state. You can get geographic mapping of where your audiences live and where they're coming from. And if you choose to, there's an option, and it's entirely optional. You can participate in list trading with not only the organizations participating in the New Jersey version of this, but also with similar projects that are done in New York and Philadelphia. So there's cross-market trading available as well. So the question then is always, well, what does that do for me, right? So not only does it clearly enhance your marketing tools that are available to you, but it is also a great fundraising tool because you're able to customize your messaging to your existing audiences because you know more about them. It can also assist your programming because now you're getting to know more about who your audiences are versus who you may think they are. So it's proven to be a very effective myth-busting tool. If you're actively engaged in EDI work, this is a great way to benchmark your audiences now and then track in the future the effectiveness of the things that you're doing. It's a great resource for grant writing and reporting. There's some professional development we do specifically within the AIM cohort with our consultants at TRG Arts, which is who we work with on this project. And in addition, we use this massive database to learn more about what audiences in New Jersey look like. So it's become an audience census for us to garner from. Currently, there are 1.87 million unique households of qualified culture consumers in this database. So it is a very comprehensive database. And we say they're qualified cultural consumers because the only way they're in this database is if one of the 47 organizations that are subscribed are putting them in there. So this is not a database of people we assume would be consumers or who look like they might be consumers. These are actual cultural consumers in New Jersey. So it is a very large database. As Adam mentioned, there are big changes coming this summer to Discover Jersey Arts. This is a program we've been partnering with the New Jersey State Council on the Arts on for over 20 years, whose mission is to effectively increase not only the awareness of the arts in New Jersey, but participation in them. And that has changed. The definition of what that means has changed radically over the past several decades, as it was meant to do. So it is a very nimble and adaptable program. We do have a new logo, the new brand, as Adam mentioned, which will be rolling out in July. And that will be debuting with the updated new look jerseyarts.com website. So this website will primarily feature our storytelling that we're doing through the articles, podcast episodes, and video packages. that we create with a team of freelance content contributors. And my colleague Isaac will be talking a little bit more about that in a few minutes. There will be a searchable organizational directory. So every organization that is connected to the Jersey Arts Marketers Network, and there are roughly 350 of those groups, will have a dedicated landing page on this website with photos, information about the organization, obviously links to their websites. Your Google reviews will be pulled in there. Your Google mapping will be pulled in there. It is a pretty extensive directory. We will, although it is primarily talking about storytelling, it will still have events. It is not designed to be the event engine that the legacy jerseyarts.com site had been. That's the version of the site that we had sunsetted back when the pandemic hit. But it will still feature events. It will have curated events that match whatever seasonal campaigns that we're doing at that time of year. So we'll be reaching out to you to ask you about what you're doing and how that might match with messaging we're doing. But we're also excited to announce that event discounts are back. This site will have an engine built into it where you'll be able to submit discounts directly to the websites for individuals who are registered users of the site to take part in. So that's something that we used to do with the legacy site that we haven't been able to do for the past several years, and we are excited to be able to bring it back. And additionally, it will feature destination marketing content. So there are currently 10 featured destinations in New Jersey where we combine the cultural assets of that town with the dining, shopping, hotel stays, and we have dedicated pages for each of those 10 destinations. As somebody associated with an organization that's in the JAM network, you'll be able to manage your content associated with jerseyarts.com on a brand new My ArtPride online portal. So this is a new feature of the ArtPride website we are rolling out later this month. This is where you'll be able to keep track of who the contacts are associated with your organization. You'll be able to manage that. You'll be able to, again, submit events directly through this portal that will appear on jerseyarts.com. You'll be able to respond to any, again, submit events for campaigns that we're doing. And you'll be able to update that organizational profile, that directory at any time. You want to change photos, you can change photos, tweak your description, do any of that kind of work. You'll do it directly through this portal. Again, the timing for this is we'll be rolling out the My ArtPride NJ portal later this month. And then in mid-July, we'll be rolling out jerseyarts.com. And then we have an ad campaign to promote this rolling out in mid-September. So this summer is more of a soft launch with the campaign coming out mid-September. Also want to say that these are just some samples of what we do around audience development. We recently had a Jersey Arts Marketers town hall meeting, and we are beginning to solicit new ideas and talking about new ways that we can best serve the field. So if you have not been participating in those meetings recently, I encourage you to look out for the next one. If you have been, then you're aware that these are pretty vibrant ongoing discussions. So with that, I want to introduce my colleague and friend, Isaac Cerna-Diaz.
Thank you, Jim. Hi, everyone. My name is Isaac Cerna-Diaz, and I am the Digital Content Manager for ArtPride New Jersey. I am a 26-year-old Hispanic male using he, him pronouns. I have curly brown hair and am currently wearing a beige button-down shirt with some over-ear headphones. I'm reporting to you from my home office in Montclair, New Jersey, which is the ancestral home of the Munsee Lenape and Mohican tribes. Today, I'll be quickly going over the content we cover and that you all can get involved in on jerseyarts.com. First up are our messaging campaigns. They were previously referred to as our seasonal campaigns, but our messaging campaigns run in fairly the same way they always have, except with a little bit more thematic variety. The messaging campaigns are event guides that we push with a little bit more marketing. We package the events that you submit to us with a neat little bow, and we push it out to the public, so long as it fits the current theme. As it stands, this is the current 2024 messaging calendar, which is subject to change in the new year. In February, we covered Black History Month. We took a little bit of a break in January to give everybody a start to the new year, a fresh start. In March, we covered Women's History Month, and we went right into the Spring Arts Guide. And from April through May, we covered Spring Arts, but we also cover thematic months within the spring. So like AAPI we covered, and we continue to do that throughout the year, even though they don't get specific months like Black History Month and Women's History Month did. So during the summer, June through August, as Jim discussed, is our summer road trip, which we have year-round destinations that Jim mentioned. But during the summer, we put a little bit of more of a marketing push behind them. And recently, we've started covering events that are going on during the summer at these specific destinations. So if you're covering an event at one of these destinations during the summer, we will promote it in our messaging campaign. In the fall, September through November, we will be covering fall arts. And within those months, we also cover Hispanic Heritage Month. And in November, it'll be a little bit of a overlap, but we will be covering Native American Heritage Month. And then after that, it's November through December, which is the winter holidays. So with the link on the screen, on our ArtPride website, you can fill out the submission form to try and get your event into one of our campaigns. If it fits the theme, it's in. But the messaging campaigns aren't the only thing that we produce on the Jersey Arts website. In fact, the main bulk of our content comes from our feature stories. At jerseyarts.com, we have an award-winning, diverse team of journalists, podcasters, and video correspondents with connections all across the state. This talented crew produces high-quality story content every week, whether it's an article, a podcast, or a video. As you can see on the screen here, we have a feature article from NJ Pack. We have a Jersey Arts podcast that we did with Patricia Quinn. And we have a video feature that we did with, we covered the Hip Hop Nutcracker. So if you're hosting an event somewhere in New Jersey or at your own venue in the state, we would love to cover it. You can submit story pitches on the ArtPride website. All we ask for is a 2-month lead time to be able to cover your story in time. We like to plan very ahead of time. And so if you don't provide at least a 2-month lead time, your story may not get covered unless some last minute changes happen. So please just submit your story in time and we will do our best to cover it. Once these stories go up, however, they'll be marketed to the public via our social media and paid ads. But since that's not my area of expertise, I'll let Tanisha from marketing take it away and tell you all about our socials.
Thank you, Isaac. Good morning, everyone. I am Tanisha Ford, the Marketing and Communications Manager here at ArtPride, New Jersey. I am an African-American woman of indiscriminate age with natural black curly hair, black and white glasses. I'm wearing a yellow and black top with a dark gray sweater. I will respond to any pronouns so long as it's done respectfully. And I'm coming to you today from my home office in Willingboro, New Jersey, the ancestral home of the Lenni Lenape people. So, how are we marketing your events? Isaac shared with you how we create content about your organizations. Now I'm going to share with you how we promote that content. Our feature stories and our messaging campaigns are promoted on our website via paid and organic ads, a weekly calendar of feature events, videos, and through our email marketing. Now, if you are featured, or if you are being highlighted in a messaging campaign, we will tag you and we will encourage you. We do encourage you to share. All high tide lifts all boats. And when one organization is flying high, the other organizations fly high as well. Our social media presence continues to grow as we deepen our relationships and we broaden our reach. Since we last met and talked about this in February, we've gained 400 new Facebook followers to over 11.6 thousand followers. And we have also gained an additional 300 Instagram followers. And the trend keeps moving up, 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 up. Next slide, please. We are so absolutely thrilled to share that the brand new Discover Arts website is about to change the game for connecting your events with audiences. We're rolling out, as Jim mentioned, a soft launch next month, and come September, we're going full steam ahead with a huge $35,000 hard launch campaign, extensive ads on Hulu, transit ads, commercials, radio ads, and more. This means more visibility and more accessibility to your events for art lovers all over New Jersey. Some key features to look forward to, as Jim mentioned, you will have a personalized landing page. Very, very soon, we will be reaching out to you to give you the opportunity to update that landing page. In doing so, you will make it an easy, breezy breeze for locals to discover and engage with what you are offering. You'll also have a guaranteed spot on jerseyarts.com just by offering discounts on your events. So I encourage you to ride on the coattails of our rebranding marketing effort by making sure that you are on the jerseyarts.com website, updated and fully loaded, either by submitting a feature story now, because as Isaac mentioned earlier, 2 months advance, that means right now for the August, September. So if you know what you're doing, let us know. And also, when we reach out for you to update the landing pages, and that's also the perfect opportunity for you to drop in discounts for your events, because jumping on the publicity train that we're about to pull out of the station with will only net benefits for everyone across the board. So please, 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 don't miss out on this golden opportunity to shine on our new website. Get your submissions ready, spruce up those landing pages. We can't wait to showcase your amazing contributions and help create a more connected and vibrant cultural scene in New Jersey. And with that, I hand it over to the incomparable Marcy Peterson. You're on mute, Marcy.
Thank you. Well, I get to start all over again. Hello, everyone. I'm Marcy Peterson, Membership and Development Manager at ArtPride, New Jersey. I'm assuming you can hear me now. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a white female with blondish brown hair, wearing light green today. I'm also in New Jersey on the land that is traditionally the lands of the Lenni Lenape. I'm thrilled to talk to you about the power of ArtPride New Jersey membership. As members, you're not just supporting the arts, you're actively shaping their future in our state. Membership dues directly support our efforts to lobby for policies that benefit arts organizations, artists, and access to the arts for all New Jersey residents. Whether it's securing funding or fighting for fair legislation, your support allows us to have a strong voice in Trenton. And speaking of support, a friendly reminder that the 2024 fiscal year 24 membership dues are due by June 30th. And so just to clarify, your next billing will be January 2025, and that will cover July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. If you have any questions about membership or renewal, please reach out to me at membership@artpridenj.org. And I want to just move right on to maximizing your membership. If you're not already, start maximizing your organization's membership and take advantage of your benefits. As you heard, our marketing team is looking forward to your content submissions for jerseyarts.com. And I want to remind everyone that you can post both job listings and volunteer listing opportunities for free on the ArtPride Job Bank. Review our advocacy toolkit and share it, and sign up for action alerts to stay informed about relevant issues. And very important, keep your eye on your inbox. I suggest that you add membership at artpridenj.org and news at artpridenj.org to your content so that you are receiving everything and it what you receive is marked important. Tag us on social media using at ArtPrideNJ or at Jersey Arts or at Jersey Arts so that we can share your posts. If you have any questions or needs, don't hesitate to reach out to our team at membership at artpridenj.org. You may also have just have questions about AIM. Just drop me a line or give me a call. I'm here to answer those types of questions. I think everybody's excited about that New Jersey DJA new brand and website. You probably noticed we're buzzing with excitement with our new brand. And the upcoming launch of this new initiative for the all new jerseyarts.com website. Our members will be the first to experience its enhanced features. And I want to give a warm welcome to our new members. We're so glad you're on board. Current members, please remember to share any information about ArtPride and New Jersey, and your referrals make a difference. Finally, I'm here to ask if you would consider a personal donation, no matter the size. Every contribution helps ArtPride continue to do its vital work. And I want to thank our valued members and turn it over to Adam. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Tanisha, Isaac, Jim, Vanessa, and Vince. I feel really blessed to be able to work with these folks. They are highly talented, highly skilled. They are excellent at doing their jobs. And I think that's evident in all the work that the organization is doing. I also want to thank our board of trustees, which are our volunteer leaders, everyone who serves on a committee, all of our supporters and sponsors. Really, truly, so many folks to thank. And everybody who stuck through our annual meeting today that stuck around. I know we went over, but there was a lot to do. And yes, Anita put it in the chat before I could even say it. The last thing I was going to say to folks was that today is primary day. Don't forget to vote. So if you haven't had a chance, go out and vote. And if for some reason you're not registered to vote, make sure you take care of that right away. Get yourself set up for the important elections coming this fall. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making ArtPride New Jersey what it is. We appreciate all of you and looking forward to the coming year and beyond. Take care, everyone. Stay well.